Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. We are from Group UMPSA, consists of 4 members, which is Syakina Iman, Wan Amni Fatini, Sumita and me Siti Nuzreka. Today we will be discussing about the biometric technology in operating system.
Hi, Sumita here. My part is introduction. Now we're gonna talk about the related recent literature about the use of biometrics data to replace typed password. Since the operating system has access to every component of the computer system, it is essential to its security. This kind of vulnerability can allow assaults on the entire systems. Conventional authentication techniques like typing password sometimes fall short of offering educated security because of problems including forgetfulness, poor password usage, and ease of infiltration. Systems for authentication based on biometrics have become a variable substitute to overcome these drawbacks. Enhanced security and convenience are provided by biometrics, which use distinctive behavior or physical traits to confirm identity. Next is overview of biometrics technology. Biometric technology authentication refers to the use of unique biological traits for identity verification. There are 5 biometric technologies. The first one is fingerprint recognition, scanning unique patterns of ridges and valleys on a finger. The second one is facial recognition, analyzing facial features such as the distance between eyes or the shape of the jawline. The third one is iris and retina scanning, examining the unique patterns in the colored part of the eyes or blood vessels in the retina. The fourth one is voice recognition, identifying individuals based on vocal characteristics. And the last one is behavioral biometrics, using typing patterns, walking gait, or device interaction styles. These methods provide robust security because biometrics data is unique to each individual and cannot be easily shared or forgotten. Historical milestone in biometrics technologies. Early development 19th century to early 20th century. 1892 century. Sir Francis Galton, a pioneer in fingerprint analysis, introduced the concept of unique fingerprint patterns for individual identification. Next is 19th century. The Henry classification system, developed by Sir Edward Henry, became the foundation for organizing and matching fingerprint records. This system was widely adopted in law enforcement. In the 19th century, the first computer-based fingerprint recognition systems were developed, marking the transition from manual to automated processing. Next is 1970th century. Retina scanning and hand geometry recognition technologies emerged, broadening the scope of biometrics. Next is 1980th century. Facial recognition systems were developed using rudimentary computer vision techniques. Third, their accuracy was limited by computational power and image quality. 1990s centuries advanced the digital imaging and computing power and enabled the refinement of facial and iris recognition systems. The commercialization of fingerprint scanners began, paving the way for biometrics authentication in banking and corporate access control. Introduction of multi-modal biometrics combining multiple traits, example fingerprint and face for enhanced security. Century, biometric passports were introduced, incorporating fingerprints and facial recognition to enhance global travel security. Smartphones and laptops integrated fingerprint scanners, popularizing biometrics among consumers. Next is 20th century. AI and machine learning improved the accuracy and speed of biometric system. Wide adoption of facial recognition for device unlocking, payment authentication, and surveillance. Voice recognition systems were incorporated into virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa. In 2020th century, biometric technologies expanded into e-com, healthcare, and financial transactions. Contactless biometrics such as facial and iris recognition gained traction due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Advanced biometric systems incorporate liveness detection to prevent spoofing using masks or photographs.
I'll talk about how biometric technology enhance the security of operating system. Biometric authentication use unique physical or behavior characteristic like fingerprints or facial recognition, making it more secure than traditional password-based system. Firstly, it can enhance authentication and access control. Unlike password that can be stolen or guessed, biometric data is unique to each person. For example, fingerprint and facial recognition ensure that only the authorized user can log in. When a user attempts to access the system, their biometric data is scanned and matched with pre-stored template. If the data match, access is granted. This process makes brute force attacks and phishing attempts much less effective. Secondly, protection against unauthorized access. Even if someone gains physical access to the system, replicating biometric data like fingerprints or facial recognition is extremely difficult. In many cases, biometric systems are paired with other security measures like pins or password, adding an extra layer of protection through multi-factor authentication. Last but not least, it can secure data access and encryption. Sensitive files or documents can be encrypted and only unlocked with biometric verification. For instance, after a user scans their fingerprint or face, the system grants access to these encrypted files or application. This ensures that only the authenticated individuals can view or modify sensitive information.
There are two types of operating system management, and we will start with file management. File management refers to the technique used to securely store, organize, retrieve, and protect biometric data files within an operating system. Proper file management is crucial in ensuring the biometric data remains secure and accessible to authorized users. Biometric templates are encrypted before being stored in files to prevent unauthorized access. Even if someone gains access to the file, the data will remain unreadable without the proper decryption key. Proper access control mechanisms of operating system are needed to ensure that only authorized individuals or systems can access the biometric files. This involves setting permission, which is read, write, execute, and on biometric data files. For example, a company uses a fingerprint scans to let employees into some secure area. The OS keeps this fingerprint data safe by locking it in encrypted folders. When an employee leaves, their fingerprint data inside the folder is erased and cannot be recovered. This will make sure the fingerprint data stays private. For memory management, the key function of memory allocation and memory reallocation are an important aspect for biometric technology. Memory allocation refers to the process of reserving memory space for the execution of biometric process like matching biometric data. Biometric systems require rapid memory allocation to handle real-time operation and compare it with the stored data. Memory deallocation refers to the release of memory back to the system after biometric process is completed. When biometric processes are complete, the memory used must be securely cleared to remove any residual data. So the main difference between them are memory management store the biometric data in RAM, meanwhile file management store it in some encrypted folder.
For real-world example, we have Apple Face ID and Touch ID. Secondly, Mastercard's biometric authentication service. Lastly, Lenovo ThinkPad and Windows 10 facial recognition with Windows Hello. For the Apple Face ID and Touch ID, it can use to replicate traditional password with secure, user-friendly biometric authentication built into iPhones, iPads, and MacBooks. This system let users unlock devices install apps, and authorize payments with ease. For the Face ID, it uses Apple's face recognition system maps and analyzes facial traits using cutting-edge technology to authenticate users. For the Touch ID, Apple's fingerprint recognition technology makes fingerprint authentication safe and practical. Where this biometric use, it can use to unlocking devices, logging into apps and websites. Lastly, can use to making payments such as Apple Pay. Next, for Mastercard's biometric authentication service, Mastercard biometric authentication replace passwords and PIN with secure, easy-to-use features like voice, face, or fingerprint recognition. This innovation enhances payment security and convenience, protecting against theft, hacking, and user mistakes. Where this biometric use, it can use for online e-commerce transaction. Mastercard's online payment system incorporate biometric authentication such as fingerprint scanning or facial recognition to allow safe online purchase without the need for passwords. Lastly, it can use for biometric facial recognition in airports. In order to enable biometric payments and identify verification in airports, lounge, and duty-free stores, Mastercard collaborate with airport authorities and airlines. Lastly, we have Lenovo ThinkPad and Windows 10 using Windows Hello. Windows Hello available on Windows 10 and 11. Let users log in without password using biometric like fingerprint, iris, or facial recognition. It uses an IR camera to create a detailed face map, ensuring secure and accurate authentication even in low light. Where this biometric use, it can use for enterprise and corporate environments, such as executive and IT specialists utilize biometric authentication to gain highly secure access to confidential company information. For self-access, Lenovo ThinkPad models with infrared cameras are frequently used in business. Lastly, we have education institution. For safe, password-free access, Lenovo laptop running Windows Hello and utilized in administrative office and classroom. In conclusion, biometric authentication has revolutionized digital security by providing a safer, faster, and more convenient alternative to traditional passwords. Innovation like Apple's Face ID and Touch ID, Mastercard's biometric payment system, and Windows Hello demonstrate how biometric enhance user experience while protecting sensitive information. By leveraging unique physical traits such as fingerprints, facial features, and voice, this system minimizes vulnerabilities and set a new standard for secure authentication in today's digital age.